there's nothing quite as frightening as someone who knows they are right. It is right that we should stand by and act on our principles, but not right to hold them in obstinate blindness, or retain them when proved to be erroneous. It is on record that, when a young aspirant asked Faraday the secret of his success as a scientific investigator, he replied, "The secret is comprised in 3 words: work, finish, publish." I am busy just now again on electromagnetism, and think I have got hold of a good thing, but can't say, it may be a weed instead of a fish, that after all my labor I may at last pull up. I happen to have discovered a direct relation between magnetism and light, also electricity and light, and the field it opens is so large, and I think rich. I will simply express my strong belief that that point of self-education which consists in teaching the mind to resist its desires and inclinations, until they are proved to be right, is the most important of all, not only in things of natural philosophy, but in every department of daily life. I can at any moment convert my time into money, but I do not require more of the latter than is sufficient for necessary purposes. No wonder that my remembrance fails me, for I shall complete my 70 years next Sunday, and during these 70 years I have had a happy life, which still remains happy because of hope and content. There is no more open door by which you can enter into the study of natural philosophy than by considering the physical phenomena of a candle. Who would not have been laughed at if he had said in 1800 that metals could be extracted from their ores by electricity, or that portraits could be drawn by chemistry? Chemistry is necessarily an experimental science, its conclusions are drawn from data, and its principles supported by evidence from facts. A center of excellence is, by definition, a place where second-class people may perform first-class work. It is the great beauty of our science, chemistry, that advancement in it, whether in a degree great or small, instead of exhausting the subjects of research, opens the doors to further and more abundant knowledge, overflowing with beauty. The lecturer should give the audience full reason to believe that all his powers have been exerted for their pleasure and instruction. I have far more confidence in the one man who works mentally and bodily at a matter than in the 6 who merely talk about it. Water is to me, I confess, a phenomenon which continually awakens new feelings of wonder as often as I view it. I cannot conceive curved lines of force without the conditions of a physical existence in that intermediate space. Lectures which really teach will never be popular, lectures which are popular will never really teach. I am no poet, but if you think for yourselves, as I proceed, the facts will form a poem in your minds. Nature is our kindest friend, and best critic in experimental science, if we only allow her intimations to fall unbiased on our minds. The world little knows how many of the thoughts and theories which have passed through the mind of a scientific investigator have been crushed in silence and secrecy by his own severe criticism and adverse examination. All are sure in their days except the most wise. He is the wisest philosopher, who holds his theory with some doubt. Since peace is alone in the gift of God, and since it is He who gives it, why should we be afraid? His unspeakable gift in His beloved Son is the ground of no doubtful hope. The 5 essential entrepreneurial skills for success are concentration, discrimination, organization, innovation, and communication. But I must confess I am jealous of the term atom, for though it is very easy to talk of atoms, it is very difficult to form a clear idea of their nature, especially when compounded bodies are under consideration. The philosopher should be a man, willing to listen to every suggestion, but determined to judge for himself. He should not be a respecter of persons, but of things. Truth should be his primary object. Magnetic lines of force convey a far better and purer idea than the phrase magnetic current, or magnetic flood. It avoids the assumption of a current, or of two currents, and also of fluids, or a fluid, yet conveys a full and useful pictorial idea to the mind. I propose to distinguish these bodies by calling those anions, which go to the anode of the decomposing body, and those passing to the cathode, cations, and when I have occasion to speak of these together, I shall call them ions. I could trust a fact, and always cross-question an assertion. The important thing is to know how to take all things quietly. But still try, for who knows what is possible? Nothing is too wonderful to be true. A man who is certain he is right is almost sure to be wrong. Nothing is ever too good to be true.